It's been just over 2 days since the league started, and I decided to check in on the subreddit to see how they were feeling about this league, and I think it was a mistake. Not the league, mind you, I'm quite enjoying it, but checking in on the subreddit. I counted up nearly 200 of the posts since league launch, and almost half of them were just complaining. And it made me realize that every single time that I go to check in on the subreddit after a league launch, like half the posts are always complaining. And it got me thinking about why. So, I mean, I'm enjoying the league. And granted, I'm not playing trade. I'm not quite playing solo self-found, but I'm playing a kind of like group self-found private league. So, I don't have to worry too much about those endgame farms and divines per hour. And I understand completely every single complaint about the Luminary. I don't sympathize because no shit the Luminary was going to be super fucking weak early as a support bot, but I understand them. When your build does no damage, it doesn't feel good. But for the people who are just complaining about the general state of the game, jump cut here because I may or may not have had some interesting words for the subreddit posters. But what I think the big issue is, and the reason why all of the league launch Reddit posts are typically like they're so upset, and it's because they're not playing the game. And I don't mean they're not playing it like they haven't created a character. I mean that the people who like the game, the people who are enjoying the current league and think it's going great and don't have anything to complain about, aren't going to go on Reddit and post about it. But all the people who are complaining that all their loot is gone and they haven't gotten 3 mirrors by the end of day 1 and whatever else, they're not playing the game. I'm not saying that they haven't created a character. I'm not saying they haven't been playing the game. But while they are writing that post, they are not playing the game. Which, again, it more works in the other way, that the people who are playing the game... Why is guild chat turned on? Because I forgot to turn it off. But the people who are playing the game and who are actively enjoying it aren't going to take a break to write on the subreddit. They might take a screenshot of something funny that happened or some interaction, and that was most of the posts that weren't people complaining. But like I have been quite enjoying this league. Again, part of that might be because I'm not playing trade. But, I'm having fun. I'm playing a new build. And I'm, making my slow progress. I don't have to worry about, high-end looting or whatever. And as for the league mechanic, it's a nice thing to do to take a break from mapping. Are there some quality of life things that I think could help to make it a bit better? For sure, but they're not bad enough for me to go complain on the subreddit about. So I'm going to keep playing the game instead of doing that. Also, as you can probably see right now when I say that I've been taking my progression a little slow, I mean it. I just got my second Void Stone here. I have half of this one. I still need to go kill the Elder. I need to go do Maven. I've got a lot of stuff left to clear on here. But I think a lot of the people who are complaining need to just stop rushing around so much. Try solo self-found, or maybe even group self-found. It's a nice break from the hustle and bustle of trying to force yourself into the most optimized farming methods so that you can buy a 2% damage upgrade. Anyway, that's it. Just wanted to give my 2 cents on why the Path of Exile subreddit. By the way, I don't think I ever mentioned that. I'm talking about the Path of Exile, just like reddit.com/r/Path of Exile. Why they're so miserable all the time. And it's because in order to make their posts, they're not playing the game, so the ones who are happy with how things are going aren't making the posts because they're playing the game. Speaking of playing the game, that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm quite enjoying this league. I am quite enjoying this build. Normally I hate minions, but with a lot of the quality of life stuff, particularly with Spectres and Animate Guardian, and that this build doesn't really feel like a minion build, Holy Relic of Conviction. It kind of almost feels like Cast on Crit, but you get to use Spectre buffs and Animate Guardian buffs. but I mentioned it in response to someone's comment on a previous video. A big part of the reason why I'd never done this is because I don't like the fact that it's like, oh, you know, your animate guardian dies and you lose all its gear. I think if your specters died in the past, you had to like hope to find their corpse and resummon them. So if they died mid-map, I think that you used to be able to desecrate to get their corpses back, but not if you used ritual corpses. But now that doesn't matter, as long as you're careful and don't, you know, mess up and desummon them by removing the gem and then accidentally like consume the corpses or leave the areas. You're good. So that quality of life stuff had me try this build out. Quite fun. Anyway, small update. Speaking of which, just since I'm doing an update, I guess, dog shit gear. Only thing I really have that's any good is obviously I've got the Joffrey's Jinx Juju unanointed. And I've got an 86% Darkness Enthroned with two 15% poison gems in there. That's really all I've got that's good on this. Everything else is like a pretty bad rare. So that's another point for this. Boss damage is a bit low, but it was good enough to, you know, three portal Exarch, and I fucking hate the Exarch fight. I'll let you know every one of these, well, I guess 2 deaths, it wasn't 3 deaths, the third one I left. Death to ball phase, hitting one of my minions, exploding and killing me instantly. Anyway, thanks for watching. I was gonna say, like, let me know what you think about the league, but don't. I mean, I guess if you're having fun, feel free to let me know and be like, yeah, I also think it's fun, but if you're just gonna complain, I have a suggestion for you. And it's the same suggestion I just gave to the subreddit, even though I'm not going to tell them. Play solo self-found, or a group self-found. And if you're not going to do that, but you still want to complain, do it on the subreddit. Don't do it in my comments. Or do, it's not like I'll, like, do anything about it. Not to say I can't, I very well can, I just won't. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.